Madison with a Y and two N's, and it's not what it sounds like. Y'all cannot tell me that Wong, and I don't know if this is a fact, but y'all cannot tell me that Wong ain't hitting Madison. Y'all cannot tell me that when she got portaled over there and she interrupted a man's soprano session, you can't tell me that Netflix and chill, Sopranos and chill didn't pop off after here. And if y'all watch the post-credit scene, and I'm going to just do the post-credit scene now. If y'all watch the post-credit scene, y'all would agree with me. Let's get into this She-Hulk episode 4 review. Hello. This is your boy, Brandon Correia, a.k.a. EF Panther of Entertainment. And if you like this video, hit the like button. If you think you would be interested in content like this, She-Hulk reviews, House of the Dragon reviews, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power review, Andor is dropping in a couple weeks, reviews for that, trailer reactions with D23 coming up. If you would be interested in content like that, subscribe to the Brandon Correia Network. I promise you will not regret it. Some great content and great shows to be covered coming, so you don't want to miss. So subscribe to the Brandon Correia Network. So let's get into the She-Hulk episode 4 review. And the episode starts off with a magician. It seems just like a bummy, trashy like magician show. And it's played by, and the magician's name is Donnie Blaze, played by Reese Coiro, my guy Billy Walsh from Entourage. If any of you guys are Entourage fans out there, Entourage is probably honestly my favorite show of all time. I've probably not the best. It's not the best show of all time. It is probably my personal favorite. I've seen that show probably almost 20 times. I've seen it that much. I love that show. And shout out to Reese Coiro. And I thought he was just going to get a little part in the beginning, but he actually got like a big part in he was like a big part of the entire episode. So shout out to him for making it into the MCU. And we basically see that his act that he's performing is like faltering. So he has like a hype man. I can't really remember the guy's name, but it was the black guy, the older black guy. But he was just like, do the thing. And you see him take out a sling ring. And he basically opens up a portal. And like I mentioned in the beginning, this girl named Madison is the one that comes up on stage to volunteer for him to do the magic on. And he ends up portaling her to this like demon place. Because you see like in the background, there's like skulls and like corpses and stuff. So she basically somehow gets teleported there, but then we find out that she goes to bare other dimensions, makes deals with demons and stuff. This all gets portrayed in a funny way and ends up in Wong's place as he's watching Sopranos. And that's where I mentioned, y'all can't tell me Wong ain't hit. Y'all can't tell me after she interrupted the man's sessions, the man's Soprano session, that's not what happened. Y'all can't tell me that. So this basically leads to the kind of main point of the episode where he goes to Jennifer Walters and he's like, Jen, because obviously he's introduced from the last episode, but he was like, Jen, there's this like half-baked magician that practiced the mystic arts for like a week, and then he basically invited his like frat brother and brought a whole bunch of kegs to Carmitage, right? So then he got kicked out. So he does have like some magical ability because they actually did bring him into Carmitage at one point, right? So but you can see it from the beginning. He doesn't really like to take it out, but because he did, like, people obviously get a real kick out of it because it actually is real magic in the MCU world, right? So we basically see Wong go to Jennifer Walters and he's like, we need to like set a precedent. Like, we can't have like people like this practicing, and even just doing small things like this will create fabrics and tears in our reality that will ripple across universes, non-universes, that will destroy life. Like all that Doctor Strange talk that they always get into, he basically brings that to Jen and he's like, we need to kind of like nip this in the butt, and like this needs to be stopped. Like, we can't have everybody just, and people that we may have kicked out of Carmitage just practicing. Like, there has to be rules, and like even just rules within the human world legal system. So that's where, like, to me, like, this episode was really funny, and the last two episodes to me have really captured what the She-Hulk tone should be. I'm gonna say right now, I'm not loving the show. Like, this isn't my favorite show, but to say like I'm not like, yes, the new She-Hulk episode came out. Like, I'm not like rushing to it, but when I watch it, like, I'm enjoying what I'm watching, and it like, it's watchable. You know what I mean? And if you could just find the important MCU moments and threads and things that they're trying to lay down in the tonal show that they're going with, which is more a comedy aspect, you'll find some good gems. Because to me, like in this episode, it was really just, again, with the multiverse coming and them really laying the groundwork of every little decision and things that people do, like tear things in reality and affect certain things that may happen. So like we honestly, like, to me, this episode was important for that, and really just getting it out there to the known world that you can't just be practicing. Like, we're taking our, not only is it going to be the Sorcerer Supreme and those sorcerers that are watching our reality, but we're going to take like the watch of our reality as humans more seriously, because again, all the humans on Earth right now in the context of the MCU, all of them know about superheroes, superpowers, magic, all that shit that comes with superheroes. Like it's like the world is well just known and versed on all that shit. So it's just like, it really seems like they're trying to just be like, not only from the sorcerer's level, but us as humans need to just make sure we are keeping track of these little things that could affect our entire planet and cause threats to come and all that type of nonsense. So that's what I got from Wong coming to Jen and being like, we need to set a precedent of people not being able to just practice magic and this kind of stuff free, just mad easy, because it can have and will have great effects on the rest of the MCU universe, which obviously we'll see down the line. So we then see Donnie Blaze, because the court kind of dismisses them, and he's like, he could practice his magic until we kind of resolve this. So we see him try and get a girl he tries to do the portal again, try and get a girl to go through the portal. And the girl's like, no, like my friend said she got transported to some random parking garage, like I'm not going through. So he ends up closing the portal and opens up this next portal where all these tiny little demons start coming through, and then he sling rings himself to Wong and asks for Wong's help. We see Wong go and recruit She-Hulk, and at the time She-Hulk's in a date with a guy that she actually really likes, which at the end she gets burned by. I'm just gonna get out of the way. She gets burned because she transforms into Jen in the morning after they do the deed. She transforms back into Jen after they do the deed the night before, and the man comes out and he's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Jen, like I'm She-Hulk, the other, like, who, like, you know what I mean, She-Hulk's other person. And he's just like, oh, I gotta go. I was like, damn, them ones. But then it kind of quickly goes into like the episode ending, right? So we don't really get a chance to sit with it because we're seeing what's gonna kind of be laying for the next episode's plotline, and we're gonna see Titania return. But I'm jumping ahead back into episode 4. We basically see that She-Hulk, Wong goes to her apartment, gets her during her date, and they basically stop all the demons, and he ends up closing the portal, and She-Hulk's like, so do you guys agree to sign like a cease and desist now? Or like, and she's like holding up one of the demons. They agree, and case is closed, I think, from that part. And it seems like going forward, there is going to be more penalty for just regular people trying to practice these certain things. Because again, we even saw in the last episode, and like not the Asgardian, but the shapeshifter getting in trouble by like the legal system for doing things because they're visiting New Asgard, and New Asgard is technically like just like a part of the planet now. So it's like all these kind of different races and factions and just like magicians and sorcerers, like it's like we're seeing that these effects and influence of all these different entities are actually being affected by real life things, and they're actually putting protocols in place to kind of reflect that all these things, these ideas and people are known to the people on the planet Earth. So again, like I said, the tone, I don't know if like I don't have like a favorite episode kind of order, but this episode had a good feel to it. Episode 3 and 4 had that tone that I thought She-Hulk would bring, where there was some good amounts of fourth wall breaking, but the tone was comedic, but it wasn't like they were purposely cracking jokes. It was just in events that were happening. And honestly, shout out to the actress that played Madison, and for them writing that character in. It was such a random part of the show, but it was actually like, to me, probably like she was like the stand-up, like her and Wong, like her dynamic with Wong, like her calling him Wongers during the court because She-Hulk during the trial brought her in as a witness. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all can't tell me. They're like, you know what I mean? Like I won't interrupt Sopranos next time. Like she even was like, yeah, like we could go back and chill. Like he's like, just don't interrupt the show next time. And even at the end credit, they're watching This Is Us. Like y'all cannot tell me that Wong ain't hitting that. But you know what? I ain't gonna keep rehashing that. We gonna move forward. But yeah, like it's just the tone of these last 2 episodes have been pretty good. The episode 1 was a little bit more sped up and had a good feel and pacing to it. But these last 2 episodes to me really have captured what She-Hulk should be and what she kind of actually is in the comics. So again, no really reveal on if there's an antagonist. Like the end of episode 3, we saw that there was the kind of group and someone is like a boss trying to steal her blood. They didn't even touch on that at all this episode. So a couple things I'm interested to see if there's going to be a villain or if they're going to reveal who that boss person is and when Daredevil, Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox's Daredevil will be revealed in She-Hulk, because we already know that he is in this show. So I think that is it for this review. A good episode, had a lot of laughs in it, enjoyable, watchable. I'm interested to see where it goes next week, what characters they're going to bring in. It seems like this show is really cameo heavy, which kind of fits with her character. So I'm interested to see what cameos are still to come. And again, how she's going to be then more incorporated into the Avengers and to the MCU as a bigger part outside of her own show. And I really think that Wong, him being in 2 episodes back to back, I feel like he's going to be an integral part in kind of getting her to go into the Avengers and joining the Avengers. So some good stuff coming out, and with D23 on the horizon, got some, I'm going to be dropping trailer reactions and all that good stuff coming out with regarding Marvel. They're going to be dropping more bombs, so we're going to get more reveals with what the timeline and what the MCU is going to be looking like going forward. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you think you'd be interested in content like this, She-Hulk reviews, Andor reviews, House of the Dragon reviews, Rings of Power reviews, trailer reactions, all that good entertainment stuff. I got my long-form podcast, the Brandon Correia podcast with my co-host DeMar, where we talk about everything, music, sports, entertainment, all that good stuff. If you'd be interested in that, we got the video form on YouTube, audio form on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Check that out if you're interested in that. I promise you, you will not regret it. I appreciate you for watching. Catch you next time.